Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is I, your friendly neighborhood Prax, but I don't run this game. So, Pope, that way. Pope, you get to run all the shenaniganry and the introductions.
Okay, hey everybody, Pope here. Pope World Build on the internets over at Blue Sky and start playing games. And I am happy to be here with these amazing people and with all of you as we continue on with the complaint department. What's the complaint department? Well, if you're new here, this is a Imperium Maledictum Warhammer 40k story, focusing in on a very specific squad of the Astra Militarum, the Hammer of the Imperium. You know, the normal people. And the normal people have to do all of the grunt work. Don't let the glory hogs fool you. It's most of the time everything is done with a lot of sweat, cursing, and bullets. So, and thank you, Hawk. I have a story for you. But let's go around, see who all these wonderful people are, who they're playing, and just so we kind of get a handle on things, since there's probably a planetary drop in these people's futures, what their position on the tank is. And let's start with our engine seer.
Hey, everybody. Hi, guys. I'm Dan, and I am playing Engine Seer Obscurus. Engine Seer Obscurus, of course, being the best, I believe, character in this whole thing. Clearly voted by the fans. I am the fans. Anyway, he finds himself in a vehicle I believe I spent part of last session complaining about the lack of tanks and my not being in one. So this seems a bit of a reversal from that situation, and I appreciate it. So here, once again, the player's lack of knowledge comes into play, as I am not sure where exactly the important bits would be on one of these vehicles, but whichever one is most important, of course, is where he'd be. Basically, he is it's not so much a backseat driver, because he's not really influencing where this tank goes. It's more about making sure this tank keeps running at all times. So he's just keeping an eye on every gauge, lever, light, bleeping thing, beeping thing, screaming thing, and uttering a near constant litany of, well, litanies as he does.
On the note of prayer, let's go over to Octavia and hear about her. How you doing, PB?
I'm doing well. I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. I'm excited to be playing some Octavia today, our favorite zealot, and who with a hell of a maul. And where she would be on the tank, kind of in the same boat. I don't know too much about the anatomy of these things, but what I do know about Octavia is that wherever she would be ready to go, that is where she would be located.
No. As we continue on with the mysteries, maybe not the higher mysteries, the lower mysteries, let's head over to Quentin. Hey, Jesus, how you doing? And how's Quentin doing as well?
Well, hi, this is Jesus, and I'm playing Quentin. Quentin's doing mostly okay. I mean, he had issues with traveling to the corridors, afraid of things coming out from the darkness, and with the Gullifield blip. Thankfully, Sanguinius was there to save us with his perfect pecs. And beyond that, we also, we're ready to. And also had also a moment where I helped to destroy robotic amber with a crack grenade, sticky bomb. But as of right now, I am prepared to go down to a planet with rebellious forces with my position of the tank of, I'm assuming, question actually.
Yes.
On the tank, what would determine shooting? Would that just be range?
That would be specifically ranged long gun, as the Torox, which you are in, has twin-linked autocannons
Ooh, fancy.
on a top turret.
Then in that case, I am the gunner of the tank.
Excellent.
I'm preparing to shoot all the things.
That leaves us with Diamond. How you doing, Prax?
I am doing just fine and dandy. Because what appears like is that I'm driving this vessel, apparently.
I would hope
Yes.
someone is, yes.
So,
Which is fine, because that means that I am in technically the most armored location on this vehicle.
not quite.
The gunner is the next. The gunboard itself is the most armored.
No.
Oh, well, that's not a surprise. Anyways, I'm your friendly neighborhood Prax. Everybody, I play Diamond, half negotiator face and half medic who's going to keep your ass alive and bless you at the same time. Also has arranged for this, youngin' that we got dumped on us to entirely spray paint the outside, a giant pin-up style Sanguinius descending upon a horde of interminate origin in the light of the God Emperor on the side of this vehicle.
I told them to emphasize the pecs.
Yeah, and if we're looking at a particular artist styling, my dear friend Lane, she is an absolutely wonderful artist, and she has the series of particular individuals flying, descending on things from a flight that would just, I think, work really well. Also, she is not on this particular gallery, but she just finished doing a pinup style work on a reproduction World War II warthog.
Oh, this looks dope.
Nice.
So picture that one in the middle of the triptych for the stained glass where he's shooting from the dragon, but instead have Sanguinius descending with...
Love it.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Sorry, there you go.
The interesting thing with the Torox is in realizing the flat planes on it, where this probably is alongside one of its two rear flanks, which specifically is the area that is most heavily armored, which is its cargo compartment.
I mean, that's fair. You don't want to get shot in the ass and have it blown up.
For all of you and for you, let's take a walk around the Torox.
Yes.
What is it? It is the Imperium's primary APC. This is a, well, I shouldn't say primary. That would technically be the Chimera, but the Chimera has certain issues. One, it's not fast. Two, it's really damn heavy. And three, it's not easy to escape from. The Torox is lighter, faster, more maneuverable, and easier to escape from. So most tank crews love this thing, as opposed to, I want to say about 70% of Imperial armor are pretty much death traps. Most folks look upon the Leman Russ and go, that is the mighty hammer of the Imperium. There is only, maybe, if you're lucky, 3 points of ingress or egress on the Leman Russ, and oftentimes 2 of those are taken away to put more gun on it. So once you're in, you're in. And you pray. Oh boy, how do you pray that nothing terrible happens while you're in? As opposed to the Torox, which has 4 full points of egress. And yours has been specifically for your regiment environmentally sealed, and the typical crew compartment for taking a bunch of troops has been repurposed to hold more gear and give you all places to do things like sleep. So this thing normally holds 10 soldiers and their gear, with needing a crew of 2 to operate. Y'all have been given a number of upgrades. The turret operates from the passenger seat. You have the driver's seat. It has plenty of instrumentation to have to operate. So anyone who's been part of the American industrial military complex will tell you everything's proprietary and designed to be very costly.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing goes for, again, the front passenger section, which has all of the controls and all of the sensors for the 2 really big guns. Also, because of your specific division, this thing has a rather robust brush guard. By brush guard, I mean an armored wedge at the front of it. It is designed specifically because of this regiment's origins to push Aurochs out of the way. So, yeah, the primordial ancestor of cow.
Look, as long as we got a cow scoop on the front of it, I don't care. You want to know the great thing about a cow scoop?
What?
It'll scoop up everything else, too.
Yes, it will. But we have an idea of where our gunner driver are. That leaves essentially 3 other positions, and you have precisely 3 other people. Engine Seer Obscurus, you're probably looking at operating one specific section, which actually has 2 jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Because nothing is ever simple in the military. You get to look at all of the readouts for the actual engines of this thing.
Ooh.
And operate the comms.
Hot damn. Best jobs in the whole thing.
Well, the good news is, when everything is functioning, you are probably the most safe individual in the entire vehicle. Problem is, when is ever a piece of military equipment working at optimum?
Oh, well, one does one's best.
So, oftentimes, you are the person that is found most often outside the vehicle.
I've noticed this and filed reports upon it, but, shit keeps breaking down.
Octavia, the section that you'll be most likely heading up is, surprise, surprise, command. What does that do? You take in all the information that everybody's giving you and try and put the picture together of what's actually happening outside the vehicle. And then try and coordinate everyone. Congratulations.
That's for everyone else. Congratulations for everyone else.
I want to say at some point before we had Octavia, Diamond was doing both from the driver's seat, and it didn't end up working, so now we've added
Yeah.
It's like, here, y'all take this. I got a giraffe. Unless you want to take over driving, honey.
No, you don't want that.
And then you have your latest 947, who can take
Steve.
over some of the job that command would have, because you also need a loader.
Steve now has a name tag, by the way.
Yeah, because automatic loading is heretical.
Well, the thing is, the autocannon is one of the few weapons within the Imperium's arsenal that can handle special munitions. So you have, I mean, your standard high explosive rounds, but you also can get things like armor piercing or incendiary rounds, as the case may be. So having someone there to either do the internal feed systems, which loads to one of the guns, and then the other one is entirely external. But that also means that Obscurus doesn't have to do that.
Yay.
As Obscurus is most likely going to be having to fight with the antenna. Which, since you have the enhanced sensor suite package on this, is constantly malfunctioning.
Yeah.
Look, I can get you the things. You just have to be the one to take care of them. That's not my problem. I
take care of them. I take care of them just fine. It's all the people and things shooting at us that.
But you haven't gotten on planet just yet. Instead, you have this magnificent paint job along one of the angled, actually for the Imperium, surprisingly angled, not just a bullet trap, panels on this vehicle. Done just tastefully enough and very much in high praise. Now I have the next most important thing, as you have had 947,
Steve.
or as you call him, Steve.
We got him a name tag and everything. And dog tags. Those are important.
His ident tags, he still has his valid ones, which just have his number designation. Though we'll get to some of the scuttlebutt about 947/Steve later. You forced him to go upstairs. So the other thing that would have to be painted upon this vehicle is this vehicle's particular moniker. What are you naming your tank?
Okay, very important question, y'all. Are we naming the tank or are we renaming the tank?
Okay. I suggest that we did have a name before, but it was one we didn't put much thought in. It was like, I don't know, the Charger or something simple. But after our revelation, we decided to give it a new, brand spanking new name. My vote.
To go with, the new anointing of it when we put the
Yeah,
paint
oh,
on.
yeah,
Exactly.
of course.
Whole,
all right.
we did it ritual correct, There was incense.
Of course.
Holy water.
I'm thinking Sanguine's blood. If anyone has another idea.
I mean, Prax, that sentence bothers Prax fundamentally because it's just blood. And I'm like...
Yes, but we are humans and we have river, and bear.
Yes,
and
but it's still
we have blood.
Yeah, we have blood. But like I said, that's my first idea that popped in my head. If you guys have other suggestions, I'm willing to listen.
I don't know. I wasn't behind it before, but then you said blood, and then suddenly I'm very much behind it.
It would fit Warhammer 40K. This is just so stupid.
It's got moon vibes, and I kind of dig it. Yeah.
But again, it's humanity. What's the name of the river? They tell you the name in the native tongue for river. So they call it, what river in the original tongue, followed by river. So it's the river.
River.
Or in some cases, what's the name of that hill? It's a hill. So it's now Hill.
I love it because when you think about it, it's basically high Gothic, low Gothic.
Mm-hmm.
So we say the high Gothic version of the name, which is sanguine, and we say the low Gothic version, which is blood. So it is literally just.
So everyone will know who we are.
Yeah,
you know, language barrier.
Okay, so you guys are in the moon tank. Blood.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
I think we're stuck with sanguine blood.
We're going for it. Look, we got the box of benediction. We're fine. Ooh, can we mount that? Do we have external speakers, Obscurus? Do you think we can rig it for our external speakers?
I think we can actually.
We do have an agency that can do that for us if he's inclined.
I just feel like, you know.
If you're going to do this, I need you to give me a challenging tech engineering test.
Okay,
Is
hey,
there
I have that.
any way I can help?
Do you have the specialty engineering?
No.
Then no.
All right, here we go. Hey, one success.
Nice. One success level. Love it.
It takes you a while, but again, as long as you're working around not Steve,
Totally, Steve.
it will take you about 3 hours. But yeah, what you're able to do is with all of the cabling and everything that you had to take down for your experiment, you have all this wonderful extra material that you can use to rewire and put wires in other places the vehicle, and have its few external speakers wire into your box of benediction.
Having already shown a bit of a penchant, if you will, for sonic-based just effects in general, they have gotten into a little bit of trouble during early experiments, but I feel like it's kind of coming full circle. So yeah, and just Obscurus have taken quite a bit of pride in this one.
Noting that the Torex's original design was meant for the Imperium to use against the Imperium as crowd control.
I love how now with the speaker setup, we're really playing Gerudo's Sandstorm like into battle, and I love it so much.
Again, hashtag totally the A-team. I'm just saying.
So on the other sign panel in like full-on Gothic font is the name of the vehicle. That has to be done.
Sanguine's blood. Can't think of a more perfect name. I mean, I don't know I know sanguine seems right. I just don't feel like, it's related to blood in some way.
Now, all of this paint is being done over what is the other reason why everyone who has somebody with talent or drew the short straw in the vehicle bay repainting everything is because of where you guys are now located. Parallax Prime, you had to make an E-stop, which is never good on a naval vessel, due to warp-based shenaniganry. As the Butcher's Bill is coming up, there were not insignificant casualties had all over the ship. You guys fared very well. But this vessel had murder servitors on top of the normal servitors.
Oh boy.
And yeah, keep in mind, your ship that you're on is kilometers in length and width. While in the grand scheme of things, a 3% crew loss doesn't seem like much. Still 3% of the population of a large city. So there's a lot of things that need to be repaired, and there needs to be a dire recruitment drive. So in your briefing, you actually, for the first time, get to have a sit down with the colonel amongst all of your other regiment mates. The barracks actually does have a nice large-sized meeting hall, which only has a little bit of carbon scoring on it. I am not one to futz around with fancy words. I'm just going to give you all the details. We are 4 steps away from Fubar. The ship's crew has been depleted, and from what the engine seers and tech priests aboard have stated, we are in need of some specialized equipment. The one bit of good news in all this is that the planet that we are dropping to does have some loyalist presences, and they are in possession of material that we can use. Not necessarily the material we want, but we can use. Also, small silver lining, it seems as though that there is a 3-way war going on, well, 3.5 really, on the planet. The 0.5 is the planet itself. It hates everyone. I have been reassured by everyone, from our own mechanics to some mechanics from this vessel, that our rides will actually function in this kind of cold. That being said, make sure the comms are working. And if you need to get picked up, call immediately. This is not something to try and brave. We really do not want to have to try and excise you from the cabins. Let's that hang there for a while. The other 2 forces at play. One seems to be just the run-of-the-mill separatists. Heretics, each and every one of them, show them absolutely no fucking mercy. But good news is, they're just people with guns. So, that's good. Other news is that there is a unidentified guerrilla force of some sort that is pernicious, very angry, and to quote from some of the survivors down there on planet, big. That's all we've got. The individuals are big.
Big as in just big, or big as in like, let me phrase, are they human?
I am telling you precisely all I got from the report. Big.
Great.
While there are some down there that are of an intellect that can string along 2 whole paragraphs, they're in the minority, and they are kept far behind the lines of action. Those at the front are fit, deeply local, loyal, but not that bright. The tech levels of this planet are broad. And most of those who actually know how to operate said tech are amongst the separatists. So, what are we all doing? Recon. We actually get to do our jobs. Bad news is we have to do our jobs. This is not any sort of hand-holding, heart-winning, any of that bullshit. This is, we're going out into areas that are just light marks on a very rough map to find out what the fuck is there. I want you all just to be quiet. This is not force recon. This is actual recon. You go out there, you see the things, write as much down, and then hightail it back behind our nice little curtain that everyone else is providing. Make sure that as much of the sensors, pictographs, everything is functioning. You are each going to be issued with 2 additional pieces of gear that we've managed to scrounge up from our current ride. You're all going to be equipped with an additional personal aspects per squad. And also a jury-rigged to handle the cold picture recorder. So for those times that you are actually outside the vehicle, because I'm fairly certain that there will have to be emergency repairs due to weather or fauna, try and record as much as possible. No unnecessary heroics. Don't care if it's fucking babies you find out there, that's someone else's problem. All right. I know I'm going to regret this. Any questions?
So is there any, like, what's the situation with the loyalists? Like, are they winning, losing? Like, what's their percentage of territory they've maintained?
They have managed to hold out at the actual spaceport for this fucking berg.
All right.
Means we have an easy drop.
You had to say it, didn't you, Colonel?
Given everything else, the drop will be easy. Extraction might be sticky.
Ah, there we go. Good. You put in a little pessimism there. That's what we needed to hear.
Getting you down's not going to be hard. It's getting you back up.
So we'll just make sure there's no one to interfere when we get back up. Easy enough.
No, it's not.
We're going to shoot all the things. That's what we do.
This is recon, not force recon. I'm repeating myself.
Listen, I will observe, and if necessary, shoot what I observe.
There, right now, the arch-militant of Rogue Traders forces was mustering up what naval reserves that are able to be pulled away from this vessel to go down, help secure the defensive line, and then work with the locals on a plan to either help them hold out longer, better, or possibly start a slow counteroffensive. Astropaths on board are already sending out messages, and since this thing is equipped with an actual astropathic flyer, those messages will likely actually get fucking heard sometime within our lifetimes. The likelihood of getting reinforcements, considering we are still 3 months out from where we're supposed to be, that is anyone's guess.
Heard and heard. We'll be reconning.
Good. We all drop in 48. In the meantime, I suggest you go over all your gear. Going to be given onto all your data pads everything that we actually have, from scans from this vessel of the planet to what the locals were able to give us. Study it. Know the terrain as best you can. It is incredibly unforgiving. It likes to lie to sensors, lie to eyes, and there's a bunch of superstitious nonsense as to what the actual flora and fauna of this planet is. So it might all be true. It might all be fiction. Read it.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Dismissed.
And Diamond will wait the 5 minute, like the 30 seconds for the colonel to leave and the rest of the flag to leave, and turn to the rest of the squad and go, well, he officially fucked us left-weighted Sunday.
Yep. So the usual.
Assume snafu and hope things don't go foobar.
Mm-hmm. And Quentin is going to spend his time overviewing that entire booklet for all the ways the planet wants to fuck us. And none of
Okay.
it gently.
Oh, no. You can go ahead and give me a lore test at Challenger.
Okay. Lore test?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, shit. 4 success. 4 levels of success with a 7.
Okay, so that's
Damn.
an impressive. That is an entire additional degree.
It's just me going like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, pause. Shit.
So, Quentin, you've done some reading in your time within the Guard. And you've been on transports with other individuals. This is reading a lot like Valhalla, and not the good kind.
Oh, no.
It is very much make sure all of you is covered up, because the breath freezes. It is bitter cold, incredibly windy, almost constant whiteout conditions. And amongst everything, you have many, many, many small mammals. That's bad. Because amongst the many small mammals, that means that there are predators. And some of the predators are large. They have what they refer to as ghosts. These are not the spirits of the Halloween times. No. Ghosts. Parallax. I want you to take a polar bear and make it Indian elephant sized.
Shit. So I relay all this to the crew and go like, all right, so warm weather gear or cold weather gear, and prepare to fight things that will rip you apart just by looking at you. It's going to be a hell of a time.
Diamond's gonna take all that information and go through everybody's gear and the her corpsman pack, basically doing everything she can to make sure everything is tip top, as good a shape as possible, and then she'll go through Steve's stuff because she knows that his stuff ain't good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, you start looking through Steve's stuff. Steve's stuff is actually kind of superior to what you all guys have.
That's not a surprise. She's making sure that everybody is going to be breathing as best they can.
The one thing that you do note is just the smell of all of his stuff.
Oh, we fixing that.
You try, but there is no fixing. the chemicals used to treat Krieger gear are great in many ways. It protects from almost all known forms of chemical warfare. However, the smell at best can be described as if you decide to shove every dead skunk in North America through the rotting intestines of a dead whale.
We're gonna fix that. It's called potpourri.
Nothing overwhelms the
Holy
stench.
sachets of potpourri.
I mean, fire is always an option.
It's also kind of fire retardant.
God damn it.
It's okay. Holy sachets of potpourri. We're gonna fix this right now and in a hurry, y'all. Saint Sugarbaker did not teach us to leave these kinds of things alone. She taught us the proper way to ensure that everybody is ready for their best performances in front of the God Emperor.
But eventually, 947 comes back into the room. He doesn't have his gas mask fully on because apparently that's a thing that makes everybody uncomfortable. And now that he's no longer with his boys, he has it just like off, but it's like right there on him, ready to deploy. It's not just that he is baby, he also has baby face.
Oh, sugar.
Like, in all theory, he is 19.
Oh no.
He does not look a day older than 15. Like 15-year-old's face, 21-year-old's body. And the eyes of a 60-year-old who has seen too goddamn much. But he does come in. Diamond, you will be the first to notice because you scrutinize this kid more than anybody here. He does have new tags. It still has his designation, but it has a new name on it.
Steve.
No.
Oh, good. He picked one.
And by the looks of it, you're fairly certain someone picked for him.
Well, you know, Steve was to force him to make a choice. So who picked for him? Oh, the sisters, didn't they?
The sisters.
Oh, well, I'm going to what did they choose?
Adrian.
I can see it. It's fine.
Acceptable.
Yep.
You look, he got baptized. That's all we care about. All right, sugar. So,
From reading all the reports as well as the briefing, from everything I can tell, you are better at trauma than I am. However, for long-term care, please let me take care of it.
sugar, I'm entirely okay with that. I'm here to make sure people get out alive and occasionally keep themselves alive to get there. I am not, at my training, a medic. Although surgery is really good. It's fine needlepoint. We can get you started on that. Have you done any crochet work?
I've done a lot of repairs on different pieces and grades of fabrics and leathers.
Well, that's a good theory. We'll get you started on that. But, honey.
I performed plenty of field amputations. It's just the keeping them alive to the point where the amputation actually helps things, I'm not the best at.
We'll make it work, sugar. It's all that we can do in the God Emperor's name. But, your artistry. We're gonna bless this vehicle. And then she's like, has a brilliant idea.
Oh, dear.
Octavia Sugar,
Yes.
you was making friends with some of them holy sisters, right?
You know, maybe friends isn't the exact word I would use, but you know, friendly or friendly.
So if we asked them to do a full right blessing of vehicle, they'd be all for it. I mean, you know, we gotta have gotta bless the whole thing. It's sacramental wine and everything. I got the sacramental wine.
I think they would be okay with that. They're really like sanguineous on this ship,
Cool.
and these kinds of depictions of him. So they might, no harm in asking. At least I don't think.
Won't know till you try.
Yeah.
Look, I would like to tell you all, as the one of the lapsed Catholics in the room, there is an entire rite about getting your new car and blessed by your priest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're less common, and you can get a chaplain to do it on any military vehicle.
I mean, I'll go ask.
Go ahead and give me a rapport test there, Octavia. I want to see how well or poor this goes. That
Poorly.
poor.
It goes poorly. It doesn't go great. It does not go. They don't like the name Moon Moon. Unfortunately, that did not go over well with them.
I like that because I can just go like, tell me how this goes wrong. I tell you how it gets worse. So they definitely do not like the sanguine blood title for a vehicle. While you all, in your infinite wisdom, thinks that this is, an homage to Sanguinius.
Mm-hmm.
They find it slightly sacrilegious. Not enough for it to get, a full-on capital H heresy, but enough to invite, especially amongst the more orthodox, small H heresy.
I mean, I don't know why it's heretical. I mean, we're talking about the blood that he sacrificed for our sins. It's fine. That's how it goes, right? I haven't read the books in like a long time since I was like in Imperial Sunday school. So, yeah.
The sisters are disinclined to bless your ride.
Mhm.
They will, however, direct you to the Firebringer to bless your ride. Now, Octavia, I won't make you test because if the rest of you are interested to understand what a Firebringer is, by all means, test lore.
Okay.
I mean, I just want to see how well Diamond knows.
Let's find out. Lord is.
Oh, no.
I know nothing.
No, Diamond know jack shit.
Diamond, you like, the title brings about too many images of too many other things that have that name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's this whole running look on her face is like, the sisters told you that? Like, there's this thought of like, well, damn, I didn't know that it was getting, okay.
And Quentin, you just don't.
Not a clue.
Octavia, a Firebringer is a rare but important part of the Adeptus Ministorum, the great church of the Imperium. They always serve aboard rogue traders until they're deployed to planets that haven't fully embraced the good word. They are the worst of the Imperium. They're evangelists.
Ugh.
These guys are all at once the reason the Imperium continues expanding, and are the ones who, amongst the more orthodox, they hate them because they are allowed to commit so many of the small H heresies to try and bring others into the fold.
See, I want to be honest here, and I think this actually ties back to some of the connections that we have going, and I think it has to do with the reason Diamond was so off-put by the sisters offering this is because I think Diamond has read so much of the very dark romance smut involving said Firebringers that she doesn't even think that they're real anymore.
Oh no, but you you have triggered Pope's hyperfixations and need to go on tangents. I am so sorry, everyone. So
It's fine.
I mean, it's part of the novel series Fire Into My Loins, which was pretty good, I gotta say.
that one is very small H heresy. No, the one that probably has triggered Diamond's particular oh no is a far more recent, far more controversial to the large H heresy of a Firebringer on a planet that has fallen into, it has not known the light of the Emperor for an incredibly long time. There's a human population that is subservient to the Tau.
Ooh.
And not only is this one trying to bring these people to the light of the Emperor, they are also trying to convert a Xeno to the worship of the Emperor.
Oh no.
On top of having a romantic relationship.
Oh, wow.
I found that book in this library, by the way. I found that book in this library.
So it's a small capital H, but it's a capital H heresy.
I mean, I want to say something, but man, it is, for smut, it is massively written. Like, it is, like, I'm reading, I'm like, I am both, like, intrigued, entranced, little hard, and also just love all these characters.
I would like to point out that there are 4 more volumes, and I found this in their
4?
library.
4? I'm surprised there was 1.
And then she's just gonna look, like, this whole is a flashback, and she's just gonna look around at the ceiling vents again and go, oh. And then...
Oh no, that makes sense. Yeah. God, I wish they weren't so well written, though.
No. We're going further down this rabbit hole. Diamond, have you tried to investigate the origins of this particular smut?
Yes, because knowing what people read for this kind of pleasure is a way to know what they want, and it is as most important of saints for those of us of the persuasion category, Saint Klinger and Saint Templeton, they are the 2 most important of our saints, have taught us that if you know what people read in smut, you know what they can be bought for.
Okay, so you have a choice of linguistics, lore, or rapport to find out more.
Ooh, I have a specialization in charm rapport. Would that work?
Yes, that would be you talking up the librarians.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go with that. Oh, it's not gonna work. Never. That's not gonna be applicable. It's only with our dear Clark Kent, not one of the librarians. You know what? I'm gonna spend a fate point. Just to
Fair
see.
enough.
Just to see.
Fair enough.
Because, whatever. And it does nothing.
The librarians themselves do not know.
Is there any way, because I was there, can I help in any sort of way?
You can make one of the other tests. You can either use logic or linguistics. I mean, lore or linguistics.
Lore or linguistics. Both are exactly the same. So let's do linguistics. Why not? I helped not at all. Wow.
You may possibly have made it
Well,
worse.
Get him out now. Before we land on Death Planet, you know?
Yo hablo español.
Roll 20 has chosen.
Roll 20 shows violence is what it shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. For you, the librarian doesn't actually know the true origins of this series. Quentin, an astounding failure. So not only does this go wrong, this goes wrong in very creative and horrific ways. So by your understanding, you are uncertain but you're fairly certain that this is tied to some form of conspiracy,
Of course it is.
either inquisitorial entrapment, or this is actually an heretical psyop. You're not sure of which.
It's all part of the plan of to find individuals who might be interested in these stories and trap them to burn them. We got to be careful about these stories. They're very good. They're so good they can't be that good. Only an inquisitor could write a story that's good. It's all part of their plan. Don't you get it?
Quentin,
Yeah.
have you been getting into my medicinal closet again?
Not this time. This is all me.
And that's
This
what
is
worries
all
me.
me. And I see the truth. The Inquisition and or other forces are trying to root out heresy by inviting stories of just such quality that only the truly like that, you know, they might get regular people like me who might be interested, but like other real heretics might be interested in these books.
Would Octavia or Obscurus be interested in trying to aid them in finding the origins of the smut?
Oh God, no.
Like it's in all of our best interest if I don't know about this.
Oh no, I'm not telling you shit about what I researched.
Yeah, like if you want to tell me about this capital H heresy, I mean, feel free. But I'm not going to volunteer myself if you don't want me to.
Fair. Though Obscurus, I'll let you roll on something that no one else has access to.
I mean, I'm assuming they would have had to talk me into this. So Obscurus has mostly just been looking at the vehicle as we've been given our orders of, be quiet and recon only. As he once again looks over his fine craftsmanship in mounting speakers to the outside of the vehicle. But had they been pulled away, sure, he will take the distraction.
I think Diamond goes to Obscurus, and the way she says it is like he done found something that's not real again.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to help me find and show him the actual proof that he's just entirely wrong, so he stops jumping at everything and anything. Oh Lord.
And the Inquisition is in your closet just staring at you, just wondering if you're gonna be heretical. Then they get you. That's how they get you.
Teaching that one to read was a mistake, wasn't it?
I didn't do it, so you can't blame me.
So Obscurus, you can actually make a tech roll to actually, interface with the one of the ship's like data spools to try and track down the origins of this documents.
I'll give it a roll. Is this a standard challenging roll?
Because you've made friends, it's actually easier for you. This is routine. This is a routine data request.
All right, let's see how that goes for me. Well, that's not great. Not great.
I love this. I love this so much.
That was a 98.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't want to help.
Dan,
this is on you.
Help?
What witch cursed you? So
I'm just chilling. I'm like flagellating back in like in the room since no one's in there, and they get kind of weirded out by it. Like Adrian's there, but like he's cool with it. That's what I'm doing while this shenaniganry is happening.
No.
I'm enjoying my free time or my alone time.
You're just issuing a normal data query, and it just comes back to you 404. Subject not found.
Yeah.
I did my part.
Talk to the boys, and they said that they've never heard of it. No such thing. Oh, we might have lost your audio.
No, she was trying to be subtle and not actually say it loudly. Of saying,
My bad.
Don't say it, because if the minute you said, "Oh, it's not found," then that's just gonna set him off on his thing.
They've hidden the truth.
Yep.
And now I know the truth is out there. Absence of evidence means that there's evidence.
That's not how that works.
Exactly how it means.
Told you not to
Yes.
say nothing. Oh, Lord.
Now I have no truth, but I need to decipher the secrets within the various novels of this group of books. I'm going to be extensively studying these in my room. Extensively.
Is that a Quentin version of I'll be in my bunk?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So, Octavia, Quentin comes in excitedly.
How long has it been, you think, since you guys went away whispering to one another to now, to coming back?
I mean, like, I think, like, Diamond thought this was only going to take, like, 15, 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So this has probably been, like half an hour.
And I have I somehow set up a PowerPoint of my theories about this entire book series and how it's connected. And since you're interrogators, like, so I need you to prove to me that I'm right here, where and I'm just pointing to every single point in the novel and how it relates to the Inquisition, especially because it's a smut novel, like the sex parts. Listen, I'm gonna be 100% honest. The only Inquisitor would write the sex scene exactly like this, in my opinion.
What is this? And where did you find it?
Oh, I found it in the library of this rogue trader.
Of this rogue trader.
Yep. Let me show you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold
And
on.
I show him the.
Oh no, Octavia goes to the library.
I show Octavia the library.
I'll as I'm going away, I'll look to Adrian and I'll be like, would you mind putting away the whips over there for me? This is very important that I go investigate this.
And I show Octavia the library because this was a horrible mistake, but I'm flowing through it.
Look, with a 98, something had to happen.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So, good news, bad news. Good news, Octavia. There is a lot of useful knowledge here. Bad news, Octavia. There's a lot of useful knowledge in here. There's a high concentration of many small H heresies, but it's only because of what Quentin has stumbled onto and revealed that you find that there are, in some of the public accessible works, some large H heresies. Most of them are the sort of, within the Greater Inquisition, the gateway drugs of large H's. In that there's stuff that, mentions foreign religions and certain, less than the standard imperial propaganda about certain xenospecies. Within their fiction section.
I mean, I gotta say, the Eldar Within Me series is pretty surprisingly good.
Well,
I have to make a roll now. That one's probably the biggest of the big H's, in that it actually follows the story of a Eldari human half-breed.
Ooh.
While Quentin is grabbing a particular book from a particularly high shelf, that gives me the opportunity to look up. I would like to make an awareness check to see if anybody is watching from the vents.
Ah. By all means, please make that awareness test.
Finally, one of us. That's an impressive success.
It is not the peeper that you are looking for, but there is a peeper.
Oh. Who's a peeping?
You see a technological rarity that immediately pings off something's wrong. That
Oh.
that you see up in the vents was referred to as a cat. Not a normal cat, but a CAT. It is a device typically used by the Explorator Corps of the Mechanicus, or more often as infiltration and observation units by the Imperium's Assassin.
Oh, interesting. So as I am looking at these big H heresies, oh man. What did we say about messages actually being able to get off on this ship to elsewhere earlier from
They do have what is referred to as an astropathic wire. Now, every Imperial vessel has astropaths. This is how messages are able to travel beyond the speed of light, and communication between ships, between worlds, operates within the Imperium. There is some problems to it, in that this is all psychic communication, and the messages sent and received are not like you write a few sentences and it's just received. Everything is visions and interpretations.
Love that for us. Okay.
But with them having a choir on board as opposed to just a normal astropathica, means that there are more brains focusing on that message and sending as well as receiving. So throughout the relatively tumultuous tides of the warp, there are more, it's a batch reply all that this and receive all that this ship is doing.
Cool. I'm gonna take note of all of the names of the authors, if there's anything there or any like.
The clear thing on the ones that all the different ones that you find heretical, there are some that are just initials, and others that, like, you've been trained, and you're fairly certain that most of these other author names are pseudonyms.
Yeah.
At best.
I assume so. Cat looking right down here. Suspicious already. It'd be one of two things. And and so I'll look at Quinn and be like, so why did you stumble upon these?
I mean, not really a why. I was just, gazing through the books and found them. There was no specific focus on them. They were just, there, and I just started reading them because they were there to read.
This library is massive.
A lot of books to choose from, so I just, picked the one that seemed the most interesting. The cover itself is pretty nice, and the image of the Elder within me is just, I'm not going to describe it, but think of the smuttiest cover you could ever have, and that's what it is.
The answer is it's a Fabio cover.
It's a Fabio cover.
I do not need to think of Fabio as a half-elf. This is not something I need in my life.
But now it's in your head, isn't it? It's there forever.
I'm going to replace Fabio with 1990 era Lex Luger. Okay? That way it's just slightly psychologically damning.
Okay. I'll go with it.
But Lex Luger doesn't have as many rippling bicep cover in puffy shirt romance cover novels.
I'm taking away the puffy shirt and I'm putting on the early 90s era leather vest to make it more 40K aesthetic.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair.
I mean, the person is covered just clad in very tight leather, very tight leather. All the characters are in just tight leather throughout.
Anatomically correct leather. I got it.
Anatomically correct leather, like very form-fitting leather.
Of course.
Showcasing all the parts.
Did you say anacondically?
Anatomically and anatomically, yes. Like, technically, he does have a massive anaconda.
That's the name of his pistol.
Oh, yeah, anaconda.
I would suggest looking for something else of interest in this library. This is not... there is more to this book.
Oh? You found a hidden meaning in this book? I didn't think of that, but there might be something. I don't know. A hidden plot line?
A hidden something. I would suggest you look elsewhere.
Well, fair enough. I'll find something else. Thank you for your suggestion. We'll see what else we got here. Oh my God, Sanguine's pecs, and I walk away.
Quentin starts to walk away. The particular book he handed me, I am closing, and I have no such powers, but I believe in this moment in time it's not best if I do something under the watch of a literal cat. Well, I guess not literal cat, but under a watchful eye. What I will do is I will just think the most hateful, baneful thoughts I can about the pure existence of this thing. Just cursing it in my mind for even existing. And as I'm putting it back exactly where Quentin showed me it went, and muttering some of the more wrathful prayers that would have come from the Emperor directed towards this book as I put it away, mentally cursing it, and whomever may touch it. And I have no talents for this, but that doesn't mean I can't cuss this thing out. And I will...
I have a question for you. I will let you take a gamble.
Oh.
Do you truly wish to curse this book?
Yes, absolutely. If I can't destroy it right now.
Roll me a psychic mastery test and let's see what happens.
Oh boy.
Well, let's find out. Oh, just a failure? Close though.
Well, I have news. The book is not cursed. But in some ways, neither are you.
Okay, that's good. And I put it away, and I will tell Quentin as I walk past, I'm gonna be like, see, you could spend more time in this library, or you can beat me to eating the last of your fruit. I say as I run off.
Wait, what did you say? And I run off after her. What did you say? The fruit is mine.
That's
I will consume it all.
And I lead him away. Well, there are things I will want to do later. Right now, I will just lead some people away from this awful, heretical place.
And Quentin's going to spend his time just eating any leftover fruits to prevent the horrible person that is Octavia from eating it. Apple, pear, pylon.
Quentin, give me a fortitude test, please.
Could I not? Okay, fine, I will. Fortitude. Let's do this. No. Oh no.
Some of the fruit has fermented.
Oh,
Congratulations. You are drunk.
I just saying. I think I won this trial by fruit, and I am the victorious person. You're gonna have to crown me. Is that what interrogators do? They crown people. Can I be crowned? Am I a crowner? Have I been crowned?
Is not what we call it, but
okay.
Oh no, crowning is actually a technical term within the interrogator's toolkit. This is not good.
Can you crown me is what I'm trying to ask you right now. I demand
Quentin,
that you crown me. Yo, yeah.
as your medical professional, sit down, shut up, and drink this.
Yes, ma'am. I have the urge to throw up. I'll be in the bathroom. Excuse me.
There we go. Took care of that.
And you hear horrible sounds from the bathroom.
For those of you who are unfortunately curious, a crown in 40k terms is the repurposing of a medical iron halo to torturous purposes.
Quentin, ignorant of this fact, still insisted on being crowned.
It's okay. The medic knew, and that's why the medic told him to sit down, shut up.
And now Quentin is in the bathroom making horrible sounds because he is being purged from that drink that you gave me.
I have 2 days until we land, correct? And this is
2 days until you are deployed to service.
Okay. Go ahead.
No.
I was gonna so this choir thing, for obviously I know, but like for other people who may not know, the sending out of a message, all internal. Like, do I have to am I speaking to the choir
No,
they
you are actually going to write out a message. And deliver it to their receptionist, and then the astropaths will sit upon. In this case, they actually do have proper thrones. They will sit upon their thrones and think loudly at space as to who is supposed to receive this message, as well as the dreamlike interpretation of your message into space.
All right. Then I'm going to suggest on a subsequent day, unless you have something to do, right now, on this day, I'm going to suggest to everyone, well, since we're dropping off tomorrow on the Death World, which I'm sure is going to go perfectly fine because we're very able individuals with the power of the Emperor on our side. But if these large mean things on this planet do tend to hurt us, it'd probably be a good thing if we just, message anyone with some unfinished affairs. I heard they get a really good messaging choir here.
I mean, technically, I don't see why we need to. We'll obviously succeed in what we do because we're fantastic at what we do. But in case we do, I have no one because I am sadly alone in life. But if you guys want to talk to people, go ahead.
You don't have anyone on your ship from your old ship? The one we talk so fondly of?
We don't talk anymore after the incident.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It happens. One of these days I'll have to go back and take care of things. But for now, I don't talk to them.
Fair enough.
For the best all around. Because one day I'll go back there and... So, sorry. Anyone have any things you want to talk about?
Obscurus,
you, Diamond?
Obscurus, like, when all this went down and he got his 404 error, you saw him tromp by not saying a word, refusing to engage with any of this any further, and he's been locked away in the, I guess, the garage ever since. There are those who would say that he probably should go and talk to people. He would disagree entirely.
Diamond gives it 24 hours before she goes and bugs him to make sure he ate something, but that's about it. She understands his proclivities at this point. No, if Octavia asks, Diamond will turn to her and say, "Oh, sugar, everything I ever need to say to somebody, I say in the moment. And make sure I keep connections up. But if you want to go talk to certain individuals who may or may not be your superiors, go right ahead."
Like a perplexed look on Octavia's, you'll see on Octavia's face, as it turns out that absolutely none of you have anyone you would want to speak to in this moment.
It's what happens when you join the military, honey.
It just strikes her weird. For all of you. But with that said, go ahead.
Octavia, honey, a lot of the folk that actually related to me are very dead by this point.
I mean, I just would think you would have, like, friends outside of this area on other ships.
I have acquaintances and social connections. It's not the same thing. You make friends here.
I technically have family. I don't speak with them on the other ship for reasons.
You just really have a story, don't you, Quentin?
I mean, if we gotta get into it, we will at some point, but probably not today. I need to get to know you better.
That's fair. Surprisingly sobering thoughts when you are definitely not.
No, I'm sober now after whatever. By the way, oh wait, back into the bathroom. Give me a second, and I walk away.
Hey, Adrian, honey, you all right?
Yeah, I don't need to send any smart messages.
No, I'm just checking on you.
Well, nothing else, you can accompany me. I'm heading to the temple afterwards, so...
Oh, okay. He sort of like perks up at that, and give me a moment, I'll change. And it's very olive drab, but it's formal and nice. Doesn't necessarily smell like skunk.
Still has a gas mask for no good reason.
No. Gas mask is always on you because of regs.
Of course.
Hey, guys.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's see.
Wait, did Prax freeze?
Yeah,
Prax's internet is doing a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because stream is also buffering.
To me,
audio.
Audio is good. Your video. Oh, there we go. Wait, kinda. Nope. No, what just went to a new phase of your boss, but you're kind of moving more. There we go.
Now you are.
There you go.
It's okay. There's a local recording for this.
Nope. Now you're frozen in.
Okay, y'all. We're gonna take a short break while we see if we can fix this for you all.
You are
Hey everybody, we're back. Curse you, Optimum and Eversource, for fucking around and throttling everybody on Football Sunday.
Mhm.
But, I don't know where we were. I know that Octavia was
It's okay.
concerned about things.
Well, Octavia was trying to convince you all guys to like, no, going into
Not
danger.
leave
We're
me
going to go
alone
and
as I
send some
walk down
messages.
to give a really, maybe, I don't know. I've seen some things and I can't say anything about them because now I don't know who's watching what and what's happening. So I just wanted my friends to accompany me, and they all said "fuck you," and
No.
now I'm taking Adrian.
We,
I'm a true
we,
friend here.
we didn't. You didn't say, "Do you want to just come with you?" We would have gone in that case. You want to say, "But don't you want to send messages to someone else?" And we're all like, nah, we're career military. Our lives are fucked."
Yep.
That's a different conversation. That is a very different conversation.
We are literally all broken people, just broken in so many ways.
That's fair. Well, me and my best friend Adrian are going to be going down to talk or to some choir or send a message out to the choir people. While he was getting dressed, I was writing down my report essentially, in an Inquisitor speech. That specifically my Inquisitor taught me.
You have your cipher.
Mhm.
Now, my question to you is: are you sending it directly to their vessel or to a drop?
I'm going to send it directly to their vessel because I know we're going to be stationed on this death world for a little bit. And if someone above me deems this to be a bigger deal than it is, then this is the perfect time to do something about it. In my mind, in Octavia's mind, whether that's a good idea or not, we'll find out.
I have rolled the happy sad die. There will be consequences.
Oh boy.
But as we go, I'm chit-chatting with Adrian as we go. And I'm just like, you look nice in your formal wear. I didn't know you guys got that. Or did you make it yourself?
No, we get one thing of formal civilian wear and one informal piece of civilian.
I like it. It looks good on you, and it's gonna look even better under the shroud of the Emperor statue. It looks really nice. You've been to the temple here, obviously, right?
Yes.
So nice. Big.
It is kind of just a little overwhelming. We're used to far
right?
smaller things. Oh, again, familiar with all of the Imperial Saints, at least from our sector. But no, it's just so big. Shrines back home are usually maybe dedicated to a singular saint for intercession, but having all that statuary of glass, that's far grander than I'm accustomed to.
Yeah, it's really considerate of them to do. So many saints there to be able to tie to. But I've come from a very similar background of our smaller shrines here and there. to local Lysaints. Where did you come up from?
Yeah, I'm from Krieg. Uh,
Oh, from Krieg. Okay.
yeah, and almost that is our people are what we send as tithe. There's nothing that grows on Krieg. There's nothing that's really made on Krieg except for soldiers.
Mhm. Hey, and now, as a soldier, you're able to do even more to before you give the ultimate tithe.
Yeah. Greatest sin was that we have but one life to give to the Emperor.
I was going to say amen to that, but I'm sure what's the equivalent of amen to that on
There
in this
really
world?
isn't equivalent in this world. But also the other thing is that that is a harder line that you are accustomed to.
Yeah, but I'm trying to relate to this kid. And he seems to be real into this whole dying for the emperor thing. So I'm trying to reach him on his level.
Go ahead and give me a quick lore test.
Lore. Theology lore?
Yes.
Ah. I have a better chance at that one. Still not great. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
What time is it? I'm gonna roll this again. I'm gonna see if I
I
can
see you looking at the clock. All right. Ooh.
All right. Well, that's what I get.
We'll take the first one. Because that is a near miss.
Mm-hmm.
So you get some information, but you don't get the whole picture.
Yeah.
You don't know all of Creek's history. You only know a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
One, it has the inquisitorial distinction of one, it's a post-apocalyptic death world. Two, planetary death cult.
Mm-hmm.
Three, it is Krieg was a world that rebelled and then was forgotten by the Imperium.
Oh.
It was, I want to say, roughly 200 years. Actually, no, it was even longer, about 300 years of rebellion before the loyalist side won
Mm-hmm.
and then reached back out to the Imperium. And now they should have back tithe that they have to pay forward, but they have made up for those 500 years in a single century in the amount of people that they have given. This leads to a number of very disturbing, upsetting questions for the high ups, but for those who are just part of the Imperial war machine, they're happy to get them, and they do not want to look a gift gas mask in the mouth.
That's so valid. Yeah, like it wigs me out a little bit. It wigs me out in the way that it wigs me out as a whole. Mostly because for me, service to the emperor, I want to serve as much as I can in the life I have to him. Whereas I'm not going to say the exact opposite with the Krieg, or for this Death Cult kid.
They want to die for the Emperor.
Yeah.
Not live for the Emperor, die for the Emperor.
Yeah. And it's like, they want to reach that point and quick.
Very quick.
Yeah. So as talking to Adrian as we close in on this mail room. I am. It's like, yeah. I've definitely heard of the Krieg, learned of them. But, and it's very interesting to see someone so willing to very quickly die in the service for the Emperor.
Oh, I guess you're not informed about the debt.
The the debt of to the Empire.
Again, shamefully, our planet rebelled, and it is the duty of everyone born on Krieg to pay the debt of our forefathers by dying in the Emperor's name.
How long ago was it that you rejoined your planet? Rejoined, if you recall.
Again, that was back in, I want to say, M38. That we found the light again. It's M42 right now.
4,000 years.
It's I mean, you guys are doing a great service to the Empire. But at this, I just, the speed you guys are going, I think you are, at this point, paying it forward.
No. The shame will always be with us.
Yeah, I'll think on that. Back when we're in the temple, I'll think on that. I just have always considered my life. My wish has always been to live my life to its full extent in the service of the Emperor. So to see and understand a perspective different to that is difficult to understand. The part that I resonate the most with is dying for the Emperor. Although our timelines are a little different.
Yeah, we do not come from a planet of shame. And for that, I am thankful. Not many are able to bear such a burden. It is both my blessing and my curse.
I'll think about it. And if you would indulge me, I would like you to think about my perspective when we are in the temple. If only just a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yours do not have the debt. You are supposed to live. That is why we are supposed to die. To see that you can pay forward. You're supposed to.
And I'll look around real quick and I'll be like, this doesn't look very much like the temple now, does it? And I'll pat him on the back and I'll be like, okay, we're here. Thank you so much for accompanying me and giving me such an insightful conversation. You said you didn't have any mail to send, correct?
No, again, once we are of age for training, we are discharged from our parents.
Oh.
And all my brothers have already passed on.
No, I'm not sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
But I am, and in my mind, I'm like, nailed it. And so it's like, okay, then give me a moment and I will send off my message. And then we can head off to the temple. And so I'll walk in and hand over and be like, "Hello, I would like to."
Yeah.
Uh,
Now, for you, this is not disturbing. For our audience, I get to
Oh.
talk to you about astropaths now. What is an astropath? Well, we had the Psyker discussion early on about, the Imperial witches and people who are tied directly to, the warp. Hell. Hell is how we travel. Hell is how we send messages. These are Psykers that are strong enough that they can be part of the Imperial Telecommunications Network. They are throne bound. They are brought before the actual seat of the Emperor, which they perform an arcane ritual that binds them to the throne so they're less likely to blow themselves up when sending all those messages. However, it has one very specific side effect. Their eyes melt in their sockets. They are all technically blind, but they are given a sight beyond sight, which is somehow, in the incongruity that is the Imperium, not seen as mutation or heretical.
No, because the God
But
Emperor
yes.
did it to them.
Yes. Some of them are so devoted they are considered throne wed and wear wedding bands.
Wow. The Emperor's literally their daddy. Oh, sorry, their hubby.
Yeah. Married to the Emperor. Married to the throne. And yes, so for Octavia, this is nothing new. For the rest of us, let us bask in the glow of the horror.
Maybe a little big, but that's about as intimidating.
But yes, these people who, again, they are accustomed to being aboard this vessel. Voidborn typically, they see weird shit all the time. Lack of eyes does not phase the pale ones. It's only when they go dirt side do they actually cover up the burnt out husks that once housed their eyes. So you just get full socket view as you are passing off your cipher to be delivered.
Mm-hmm. More room to see the Emperor, I guess. And yeah, I'll just go in and be like, hello, I would like to send out a message, please.
Oh, certainly. Please. Please deliver your parcel here as one of, small hands, petite woman, maybe 5'3", is just there ready to receive your written text.
I'll be like, okay, there you go.
And praises be well.
Crazy bee. And I'll watch her walk away for a moment, before I turn away and head back to Adrian so we can head to the temple.
So first we follow those two heading off to the temple, but then we kind of pan back to the choir as this message is being passed off from one astropath to another, and the message is being sent out. But then we pause upon one of probably about, let's see, there's 30 astropaths in this room at this point. One already seated upon one of the communication thrones. And first there's a slight little jerk of the neck. And then this sort of shivering. Then there's a slight moan that gradually crescendos into a scream as the individual seated emulates. But now, let's cut to other environs. What I want to catch up to see what like Quentin Diamond are up to, as I know Quentin was in the middle of a purge, and Diamond was, dealing with that, but might have other queries.
All right, I think I am officially empty.
Do you feel an overwhelming urge to tell the agent of the Inquisition all your great dirty secrets anymore?
No, that seemed now in hindsight rather foolish.
All right then. We like Octavia. She's real nice, sugar. But we do not need. You don't need to be telling her stuff that's gonna get you killed.
That's fair. I regret that decision wholeheartedly, and I'm regretting that she'll probably burn a bunch of books that I enjoyed quite well. But you know what? That's how things go. So,
It'll be fine, sugar. Have a little trust.
I'll try my best.
All right. Painting done. Blessing's not gonna happen. We can get Obscurus to do a little bit of the other stuff. Have we rearranged those whole platings so we can appropriate certain things in the right locations?
I'm not sure that's been done yet, but we can start working on that now. We got like what, 2 days before we get to the planet?
Probably less than that, sugar, but recon does mean communications.
All right, I'll work on it a bit. I'll try to get as much as we can in there. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. How about you?
Making sure we got all the appropriate means of, keeping y'all alive, and at the same time, trade if necessary with certain individuals. Also, seeing if I can figure out what these reports mean by big.
Big? Oh, you're talking about the big creatures, whatever they may be. I mean, that's not extremely descriptive. That could be anything, literally anything. But you good with that? I'm gonna work on a thing. I might have to get Obscurus' help on this to retrofit to fit more gear on this thing. It's gonna be an interesting conversation. He's gonna be all about like, oh, you can't move the sacred machine and blah blah blah. I don't get it, but we'll figure it out.
If he tells you can't move it, don't move it. We've had that problem before.
Listen, it almost exploded only once. Doesn't technically count.
We don't need nothing exploding ever again. We've had this conversation. He says you don't move it. You don't move it.
Oh, fine. I won't move it unless it's absolutely necessary.
Again, if he says it's necessary.
Bye-bye. And I walk away.
We cut to Obscurus.
Yes.
Your munitions are being delivered to you, as well as extra gear to put into the vehicle. It looks as though your quartermaster has decided that you, in fact, do need better, harsh weather gear. You have all been given an additional sleeping bag, an additional blanket, and some void-grade harsh climate gear. So somebody within your quartermaster's office made one hell of a trade. Though you do notice that you missing from like the extra gear is any additional small arms munitions. You usually should all receive 2 additional clips for your auto guns and at least 6 more rounds for your revolvers. Those aren't there.
Seems perhaps a trade may have been made.
Because you're going into incredible cold, you do all get supplementary food tablets.
Ooh.
18. these are to go with your normal standard rations, but think of this as not quite an everlasting gobstopper, but 2 meals worth of calories and vitamins in a bouillon cube sized thing. It tastes green. That is the best description I have found. It either tastes green or brown. You got the green flavor.
I love green flavor.
Well, yes, no, like as a mechanic, this is optimal.
Yeah, no, this is amazing. This is the best thing. Sure, extra ammo would have been nice, but I mean, I think we got the green.
You also have been given, again, all of your munitions for this ride. You have, for each of the guns, 3 sets of standard high explosive. You have gotten 1 set for each gun, inferno rounds, 1 set for each gun, armor piercing. This is not the standard party loadout. This is a little on the light side. But in exchange, they did give you a lot more spare parts, including an actual full spare antenna.
I got the impression that the top brass here seems to think that the environment is going to be a bit of a problem during this mission. Just getting that general impression here.
Yeah, and you got they have made certain that they got the right cables for you to run to charge all of the battery packs inside your vehicles. All of the battery packs, including all the supplementary ones for your individual devices.
Excellent.
So they're wanting everything charged, and the other thing you notice is everything has been fueled and oiled to the tops. Like, there's not the usual, like, there's full and then there's full. These are not to regulation full. These are to actual full.
You know, and rather than whistling while he works, it's more of a digital screeching while he works. But that's how you know he's having a good time. Honestly, with all of this is high quality equipment given to us. He's putting it away with reverence and care everywhere it needs to go. This is wonderful.
As you're putting things away, notice that there is amongst the spare parts what appears to be a small care package specifically for you.
Ooh.
It looks like the kids have put together something for you to help keep you in tip-top shape while you're out there playing. They got you extra ice cream rations. But probably more importantly, they got you the heavy grade mittens for like, these things are not just toasty warm. These also allow me to handle radioactive materials.
Yeah.
And a scarf.
I was hoping for a scarf. I really was. So yeah, I mean, he would find this package, immediately put it aside, complete his packing of all the official stuff, because after all, that would be highly inefficient to take time apart to look into that. But yeah, once he's all done packing, I think he would pause, show little to no emotion in his face, and then just very carefully pack it back up and put it in his like personal little storage area.
after you're done, just as you were finishing stowing it away, that's when Quint comes in.
All right. So, how we doing? Everything good? Everything great?
I have
Doing all
both-
right.
I have excellent news.
Oh,
We have been given additional provisions for our mission.
oh. So like,
A whole extra blanket, for example.
oh, right. So there's enough room for blankets and all the extra ammo and guns we got, right?
Extra room for blankets, yes, yes.
And guns and ammo.
Well, we have guns and ammo, yes.
Extra though.
Well, see, here's the thing. I do believe that the higher-ups consider the environment to be more of a priority here and our survival in it than, say, any kind of offensive capability. I don't know if you remember this, but they did mention that this is a recon operation. He says, while leaning lightly on one of the giant speakers that was recently installed to the outside of this vehicle.
Now, you know, when they say recon, they usually mean recon, yes, but also just in case have all the guns because. Okay, let me rephrase. When has any of our recon missions ever been without a gun being used?
There are guns and ammo.
Extra though.
No,
Why? We need.
because of the extra blankets.
I,
They're good blankets.
I mean, I'm sure they're fantastic military issue blankets, but
Actually, they're better. They're Navy issue blankets.
and then you see Quentin look is like military. Oh, those are the thread count on that alone.
It has a
It
thread
has
count.
a thread count. More than one. That is a.
The trade was made.
All right. You know what? I feel. God. You know what? It's fine. I'm gonna be warm when I die. But let me ask you a question, Engine Sierra Obscurus. And when I say your full like title and name, that means I'm gonna try to pry something from you. You know this. How about? What are the chances we can, perhaps, increase the loadout to ensure extra substances can be put into the Torox?
Are you talking about some kind of contraband?
Contraband? No. I mean, it's something you had a part in. Remember that still we created? That well, technically you created.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's all set up. It's all fancy. But is there enough room for it in our Torox?
Oh, first, I would need to know: is this a thing that is actually possible? Before I can give an answer.
Well, you did
It
roll well enough
is
that it could be taken
possible.
apart and reassembled.
Yes.
Right, I do remember that.
It is possible for you to transport in the Torox. To have it functioning whilst the Torox is in movement.
It's more.
That
of
is
a-
another check.
That is a bigger ask. Yes. Like so. Well, yes, I could mount it. However, you'll notice that, and it's almost, you could say, a bit of a play on words with the name of the thing, still, if you will. You see how here on the surface that it is mounted upon, it is quite still. While were we to mount it onto a vehicle, then there are matters of vibration, motion, and just the general chaos of battle that would have to be contended with. Now, could I make this happen within the next 46.5 or so cycles? Yes. Would there be trade-offs? Most likely, yes.
Let me ask you the important question. Would making it functional decrease our lethality?
That's a hard question to answer due to the certain possibility of this very large container of flammable liquid exploding during heavy combat, which again would possibly increase our lethality substantially. However, it may come at the trade-off of decreasing our survivability. which is already, I will point out, at a premium in this vehicle. We are fast. We are not meant to take a beating.
Fine.
Would you like me to mount the potential bomb onto our vehicle?
No, fine. We won't post a potential bomb. We'll just ensure to have a few hits of moonshine in perhaps bottles before we unstill this distillery. And we'll load it up on the Charrox because someone will steal it if we leave it on the ship. If we ever get back on the ship, we don't know what's going to happen. That said, you know what? I won't impose. You will probably have the vehicle set up how you like it. I'm assuming.
Of course I do.
So I'm just going to leave it alone. Go from there, make sure everything's nice and functional. I'm not going to add any extra bits. Although I may have to convince Diamond to try to get us to convince the people to give us more ammunition just in case. And we'll try to fit it in somewhere because you can never go wrong with more ammo.
I'm sure we can make room in your personal space if needed.
I feel like that's a slight against me, but I accept it. See you later.
He just turns and goes right back to servicing the vehicle.
Doesn't even say
with a
goodbye.
cheerful little screech of data.
Doesn't even. I don't know if that doesn't count as a goodbye in my opinion, but whatever. And he walks away.
Conversation was over. He's happy.
Yeah.
That went well.
And it comes back to like Diamond.
Yeah,
Diamond?
honey.
Diamond.
And she's
Diamond.
been looking through and arranging everything. Yeah, Sugar, what's up?
So we have a bit of an issue. Apparently the quartermaster has given us plenty of blankets and new blankets and new sleeping bags for the cold that we're going to be facing on the world, but less of the ammunition we might be needing.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, Sugar.
I mean, we've got enough for like maybe one engagement, but multiple might be an issue.
And we haven't had any definition on what big is.
Exactly. So if you could use your magical wordage powers to perhaps convince people to give us extra, I would deeply appreciate it.
Fine. And she's just gonna stand up. It's like, when we break the still down, we don't need to have it running, but I do want to have like a clear delineation of what I need for medical purposes and what we're going to need for trading purposes.
I will make sure to have some, medical alcohol ready before we distill the still. And also some regular alcohol for when we have party time.
Oh, when we need to
And
convince
then
other folk of other things.
Oh yeah, well, for other folk too, I guess we can have some actually alcohol. Anyway, and he's gonna go to the still to make some alcohol and then break it down.
And Diamond's gonna go take advantage of this contact she has with this Clark Kent individual in the Arboretum.
Mm-hmm.
And begin the process as every good procurement officer is gonna do, and start with where she can get something that she's gonna use to trade to get something else, to trade to get something else, to eventually get the ammunition that she needs. But start with getting the, some additional food stuff, because that'll stop real early.
Go ahead and roll rapport. Charm.
So, okay. Can I use my deal maker first?
Yes, you can.
So it's an yeah. It doesn't do anything if it fails. It just means that I don't get an added bonus. What is it? Oh, intuition. Oh, so one level excess.
Okay, that succeeds.
So I know exactly what they would get as a bribe, be an object-specific information or amount of solars, and it decreases the cost of anything you get from them by 10%. Plus, yeah, he's a contact, so.
Which gives you an additional degree of success, essentially.
Yeah, I have influence with him, so it's 2 degrees of success.
Yeah. Still within the true success range, not the
No.
the near, but it's not to 3 is when you get to the next grade.
Yeah, and then
so you get
I could roll rapport on top of it, but that's going to tell me what I've got.
yeah. So what they have more of that Clark is willing to part with, knowingly.
Yeah, that's okay. He doesn't need to know anything else.
The potatoes have come in.
Oh.
And are being harvested right now.
I mean, I know some folk who might necessarily. There's been such a shortage of medical spirits that perhaps I might. Just a small amount. Just a small amount.
If you can either get me solars, or given everything that has recently happened, we also could use some of your revolver rounds for those of us that are allowed a weapon, but we're not allowed those weapons. Would be appreciated amongst those of us that, next time we go through the work, we don't necessarily want to have to fight off every single servitor with just our hands and farming tools.
Yeah, that seems like it was problematic. I personally can definitely recommend perhaps also add in just from experience and what I saw when we were dealing with that small incursion. That was a horrible, horrible event. But I do recommend, if you have the opportunity and the time, Lord Sanguinius has definitely been looking down on the small folk these lately days. I'm just saying. He may have been a small miracle on this ship.
He's one of the patron saints of the ship.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But how much? How many solos are we talking here?
If all of the spare harvest is what you want, which
not
is
all of it, just not all of it. I know that there's some things that you need to do for yourself.
How many sacks are you looking for?
Well, we're looking at, various medical distilleries, She's going to give a number.
Can you give me a number?
She is going to give you a number that would be within 10%. Like, she's not looking to actually take advantage of this dude yet. Corn-fed is corn-fed, but, enough that it could reasonably disappear as an accounting error. But not enough. But also not enough that it would be that the own internal black market of the ship would be impacted, right? Like she wants to participate in that black market, but not undercut it.
He can part with, in that case, 20 sacks.
Okay. And
the
how
Arboretum is fast.
Yeah. How much am I paying for this?
For the 20 stacks with your 10% discount, you're paying 270 souls.
Oh, fuck that shit. She's paying cash. 270? I can that's going
yeah.
Those lottery winnings.
Exactly. That's why gambling is a thing. Okay. Cool. So I now have 20 sacks of potatoes. Great.
Fresh. And even in space, they have russets.
And russets are going to save the world. All right. Like she said, she's going to then take that, and she's going to continue this trade progression down the line, going from this to turning it into distilled alcohol for the Medicaid, to get to the Medicaid, to give from there, and then go use that to get what small munition, like extra ammo that she can get for us.
go ahead and roll me a rapport charm check, and let's see how this goes.
Okay.
Because this can go either very, very well or just well. Because I'm already accounting for, in this case, you were doing this at routine difficulty
Okay.
instead of challenging.
Okay. Routine. Let's see what happens with that. I'll
Okay.
take the 1 degree success. That's fine.
So I've got good news and I've got bad news.
Okay. Like, I'm not working to undercut the entire black market, but you know what I can get.
Good news is you do indeed get an additional small arm and some ammo for it. It's conspicuous.
I'll take it. I got an extra sack that are left over from the potatoes. I'll shove it in that.
So you did get in touch with the ship's black market
Oh, good.
by the end of this trade train.
That's fine.
You get a bolter.
I'll take that.
You get a bolter and 3 clips in total. Standard rounds.
You know, I got what I could get. The fact that I got anything is good. Out of curiosity, how many of my sacks of potatoes are left over?
All the sacks are gone.
Okay, I don't have to count for that.
No. The sacks are gone. You have made a series of trades. First it was you got a hold of the Medicaid and went, these are extra potatoes that will not be missed. And they went, aha, that is enough for actual medical grade alcohol. And for those of the sisters that have any sort of Slavic or Russian descent, the Hospitallers now have access to vodka. Some of which will be made sacramental. And then from there...
Look, I'm here for the Sisters Hospitality getting for schluckered. It's fine.
They gave you antibiotics in this exchange. And with the antibiotics, you got a hold of a bunch of... Well, that got you your first toe into the black market aboard the vessel, which got you a lot of really cheap homemade guns and munitions. Lots of them. And then you traded those weapons up for slightly better ones, and then finally to the actual one of the small arms cartels aboard the vessel to get the best thing they had, which was essentially a refurbished bolter that had gone missing.
And she'll come back, and I think it's like that took like a couple hours, but not as long as you would expect. And she comes back and in a potato sack.
That's right? Like 4 hours.
Yeah, in a potato sack, and she hands it. She looks at Quentin, winks, and then walks over to Obscurus and says, "I found something else for you to add to our collection of important things." And hands him the bolter, because she's like, "Where do you want this? You put this on this vehicle."
Now, Obscurus. Just by glance, I'm not even going to have you make a check. This is indeed mostly a standard Mars template bolter. It has definitely been repaired by a naval machinist. There is nothing wrong with this, but it is clear it does not have all of its original parts.
No.
But you do quick disassembly, reassembly, all the parts there. It will function. It is fine. Rounds all look good. One of the clips probably needs an oiling. Spring's not quite mobile enough to your tolerances, but rounds are old, but still good. They've got probably 5 more decades worth of survivability, but just 5.
Got it. Yeah, Obscurus would take it and go through it, clean it up, and then quietly in his own records, just a little asterisk next to the sort of database entry for all this equipment, noting that it is in working order, but to be watched effectively.
Now, you do have, as a member of the Tech Priests of Mars, an opportunity here. This can either be something that you just have somebody manually fire, or you could tinker. In which case, you could probably fit it to a pintle mount at the top. So at the top hatch, somebody could be leaning out and firing this thing. Or there are, within its holy patterns, mounts and routing already within the vehicle. You just have to open them up and do the install to place the bolter along one of the sides of the vehicle. Means it is pole mounted, but it means that the vehicle has, and you could operate this from the inside. He'll just be along one specific flank of the vehicle and not have too much traverse to the left or right, but still has a decent traverse up and down.
I think Quentin would probably prefer option A, but if we're at the point where Quentin needs to use option A, we already have problems, larger problems possibly than the need to use option A, since it would mean our big gun is out of commission, and I'd like to avoid that. So I think in order to avoid that, option B might actually be better, giving us more extra firepower in general, rather than a bit of emergency firepower should our main gun be down. I think would keep the chances of our main gun going down lower. That's just math. So I will try and mount that to the probably the driver's side, I guess. Make it a little bit more natural for the driver to just point and shoot, quite literally.
Oh! So I get to fire the gun.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the ones that have minimal amount of traverse and are hull mounts, you either have the commander has sequencing to fire that, or the driver. So it's depending on what chair you want to send it to.
Nice.
But I would like to point out that Diamond's going to take this as Obscurus likes Diamond more than Quentin. Whether that's true or not is just I got the gun, therefore I'm better.
And Quentin, well, is just going to feel betrayed. Straight up.
This is a tech security test at routine.
Can do. And again, Obscurus would have explained all this math that I just explained. He would have explained it to both of you and walked away entirely convinced that clearly both of you understood his very logical reasons for mounting it where he did.
I stopped listening about 10% in.
Yeah, no, that checks out. Okay, security, you said. Okay, and routine, Roland. Impressive success.
Okay. Obscurus.
Yes, sir.
You have managed to route it you have mounted it and had it programmed to where either chair can fire it. They don't have to switch control. So either command or the driver can fire it at any given time. they don't have to slave control.
There we go. That should make everybody happy.
Now you're just wishing you had another one so that it could be within holy symmetry and those two could be twin linked.
Definitely. Like maybe for next mission. After we surely come back safe and sound from this one.
So, in the meantime, Octavia and Adrian have been enjoying the services of us. Knowing that people will be dropping soon, the local Ministorum, they have managed to conjure up the ship's bishop to actually administer service for the next 2 days.
Oh, that's not concerning at all. That's awesome.
So yes. Now this is interesting to you. Most ships do not technically have a bishop of rank. They usually have either a canon or a very reverend. Now, the ship to have a bishop means, again, ships probably been in service for a long time.
Mhm.
It has a place of honor opulent enough for a bishop. So it's not overly surprising, just slightly surprising.
Yeah. I mean, kind of like everything about this temple has just been a little surprising.
Yeah, just a wee bit. Like it's all within tolerances, but
Yeah.
it's on the upper end of tolerances.
Yeah, it's like it goes just above and beyond each time. I'm just like, oh, okay. Oh, okay.
It's like you're starting to put the pieces together. Someone who's definitely aware of the level of heresy aboard this vessel, and they're desperately trying to even things out.
As if it works that way.
As if it works that way. It is a very, as you're getting to like, you don't necessarily have the personality of the actual rogue trader,
Mhm.
but of the dynasty, this is very transactional.
Yeah.
Like the history of this ship and its dynasty, this is very, very like these are deeply political and capitalistic individuals that that greatly understand what it is and what it isn't that they can get away with.
Yes.
And want to do their best to not invite scrutiny.
Mm-hmm. Which is why the mystery gets greater as to why they would just have capital H heresy in their library and why they would be watching it. But those are thoughts for when I'm not worshiping the Emperor. This is worship Emperor time. So my thoughts are on that. My thoughts are on like the different ways one can show their worship to the Emperor. Mm-hmm. True to my word, I am very much thinking of the different, because I'm aware of death cults. Like I've learned about that type of thing.
There are many kinds.
Yeah, and it's just like but it kind of hits different to have one like next to me, right? So
the thing is, of the different and varied death cults that you have been trained on, because the Inquisition sees, and most of the Imperium, not all, most of the Imperium see death cults as a resource, to be exploited.
Yes.
The particular brand of death cultist that Adrian is like most death cults are happy to kill in the name of the Emperor, not die in the name of the Emperor. This is a specific kind of. These guys are kind of wrong, and the best that you can word at this, at the individual, at the entire concept that he's bringing, it's almost depressing.
Yeah.
Like his entire culture, just downers. Just
Yeah.
almost hard to be around. He's not doing anything wrong. None of them are doing anything wrong. But there's something deeply wrong about them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like it's taking me back to like because my character is about almost 90 at this point. So they've lived a life and they're thinking back of their time on their planet, the feudal planet they are from, and how it was always just like trying to just survive. It's just make it. Um, if you can last through this, then you can move forward. If you can, like, it's all like that survival instinct is so greatly ingrained, and like that desire to push forward is so ingrained in my person. So I'm like imagining somebody trying to shake that thought out of me. Like if someone were to try to recruit me into a death cult or try to brainwash me into a death cult, like how would that go? And vice versa. I'm not saying I want to get this kid out of a death cult, but I just would like to understand him as a person, but also him as an asset. Also, in the way of just like, are you going to directly not endanger us, but like how much do I need to consider it that you may also malfunction and die on us, given the opportunity? And how reliable are you, I guess, is where I'm
Like
also thinking about it.
Just in your cursory assessments,
Mm-hmm.
and again, what you remember from your training and your own like studies. He's competent.
Mm-hmm.
And he's definitely someone who has been deeply trained to his specific purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, he's a corpsman for the Death Corps, which means his job is, oops, you failed in your divine duty. I'm going to do the best that I can do to patch you up enough so someone else can later mend you further to throw you back out there so you will actually not fail? Or did you do well enough that I'm just going to kill you so you can fulfill your purpose?
Mm-hmm.
It's that sort of like in the middle of worship, having that little like brain's been working on this ding pop up that goes, oh, you are trouble. And then the deeper layer of realization that if he is given an opportunity to sacrifice himself,
Mm-hmm.
he is going to take it with gusto.
Mm-hmm.
And there may be absolutely nothing that even you can do to stop him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that is working in my mind, especially as I'm contemplating the different ways one can worship the emperor. And yeah, and just like weighing them. I'm just like, oh, these are two different ways of like, let me actually fully process what I've learned in this moment now that I've been giving the privilege to interact with someone of this ideology that I don't subscribe to. And then as everything begins to wrap up um, and the bishop has done his service, I will give like a final tithe to the emperor statue. I'm sorry, Sanguinius. I know you've done a lot for us all as a whole, but like the emperor is my guy.
Primary.
Yeah. It's like that's my guy, you know? And I will take note of where Adrian goes, though.
Oh, he hits up every single place.
Hop off, Adrian. Show off how much.
And
Praise the Emperor, bro.
like,
and the Saints.
Does
and the brothers,
like,
the sons.
But the thing that you notice is, like, one, he's got a surprising amount of solars, and he's giving away almost all of those to the church at each of the stops. And he's lighting an awful lot of candles. An awful lot of candles.
Like, I'm not going to interrupt his process, but I am going to question it after we get out of here.
By the time the both of you are done, but I should say, by the time the bishop is done, and then you go about your business, because it is canon. The bishopry of the imperial cult is notoriously long-winded. Most sermons by bishops have a minimum 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Privilege, absolute privilege to sit here and listen to his word for so long.
He was obviously not in a hurry. Definitely drove through at least 7 stops. Wrapped up at like the 2:45 mark.
Where else would I want to be than to be here in a temple?
If you subtract the sermon, the entire service is about 45 minutes.
Like, there's a lot to look around at. And I could do my own during so much, I've lived a long life. None of these people are a surprise to me anymore.
By the time the two of y'all are finished with everything, it's a little over 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, going with Adrian, I didn't know how long it was going to take. I was very interested to see what they would be like inside the temple. Because I'm sure I'd seen Kriegman in here, but like I didn't know which one was which before. So
again, you did see Kriegsman. You did not see him. You can tell just because he's still growing.
Yeah.
So, and you saw guys that were significantly shorter than him, and some who were significantly taller than him.
So as we're walking back to our when we're walking back, I'll sit there. Well, I'll walking there. I'll ask him. So what did you think of the bishop's sermon?
Very focused on a more living service. Not as fiery as I'm accustomed to, a bit more laid back. Wasn't bad.
That's very interesting to hear. Speaking of fiery, I did notice you lit a lot of candles. Is that part of...
I pray for each of my siblings that I have lost in the course of my training and my service. And then, of course, I had to say prayers for us as we were about to go into the field.
Thank you so much for the consideration. Well, we had a lot of time to sit there and think about the different manners one worships the emperor. I had a lot of time to think about you and how your planet tithes to the Emperor. And I would just like to say that it is an honor to be around someone with so much zealotry towards to the Empire and the Emperor. One, even after so many millennia, still willing to tithe in the way that you all do. I may not fully understand and comprehend, but I am impressed. Although I would still prefer others giving service for longer than not, but truly in this way, to each their own.
We still have the debt to pay. But I'm glad that you see the worth of it. I will say, if you are looking for those who bear a similar level of zealotry, but maybe not so dour, the Janissaries of Macnos are ones who definitely hit more of your specific traditions. They are very devout in their worship of Saint Drusus. In fact, part of their regular equipment and regalia is they bear Drusus's death mask as
Hi, we're sorry. Fuck the internet. But there was an emotional discussion about Drusus, and I'm gonna leave that to the other people.
So as we wrap up on this conversation, we pull out from the righteous indignation, seeing it overhead. we zoom in, and we zoom in onto the planet, we see a very familiar vehicle with a very excellent painting of Sanguinius on the side. And they are out in the middle of an absolute horrific whiteout. And there are multiple clips all over the different sensor screens as like a bunch of alarms are sounding. You can tell that the Torox is taking active bolter fire as you guys are trying to scramble to figure out what is shooting you. As we then zoom out through the white and see very big, tall,
Oh God.
transhuman figures clad in black and green armor, firing not just at the Torox, but other hooded black and green armor-clad figures, firing back and also at the Torox. Tune in next week, folks. It's going to get real messy. Thank you all for being here. I have been your storyteller, Pope World Build. You can find me over on Start Playing Games and Blue Sky. Mercenary Storyteller for Hire. Please reach out. Place everything is negotiable. If you want to see more of my silly face, be here next week. Might be here during the week for some more shenaniganery. And then there are things in motion. Dark and terrible things I am so excited about. Like next month's going to be lit for me, folks. I'm going to be absolutely fucking delighted. So definitely keep your eyes here. Keep your eyes on all these wonderful people, because if there's nothing else that I have learned since 2017, is that you need good people around you. These are all good people. And you have all been wonderful as well. Thank you for the patience. Please take care of yourselves and one another. I look forward to seeing you all very soon.
I'm going to punch
So let's go over to Obscurus. How are you doing, Dan? What are you thinking?
Here we go. Hey, everybody. Hi, I'm Dan, and I'm doing great. This is a good time. We are enjoying everything that's happening. Obscurus is making good choices, smart choices, and doing things that please his friends and everybody around him. I think he's doing fine. And I look forward to his survival through the rest of this and his return back home, so that he can immediately put into priority getting a second gun for the other side, so that, you know, again, that just symmetry. Oh boy, can't wait for that. That's everything I'm looking for in this game from now on. Yeah, we'll wrap it up quick. Thank you so much. It's been fun. You can find me online if you must at uncivilized_Dan at Blue Sky. Also, I guess I will flog one quick thing. Go on itch.io, search for Cats and Corpses. That's mine. It's spooky season. It fits. Go get that.
And on that note of quick and go get that, hey Quentin, how you doing? Jesus, where can we find you? What you up to?
So hey guys, Quentin is doing fine. He's got Bolter. I don't know how she was able to grab that, but you know, she's a master of the wordsmithing, so it's great that Diamond was able to do that. We're gonna be fine. We're not fighting transhuman monsters. We're gonna die so bad. But you can find me in most things as Arvandis. I am part of a tabletop role-playing podcast called Fanable that Dan himself is also a part of. I also have a YouTube channel called Arvandis, where I go over the lore various war games because why not? And honestly, I'm just excited for the next game where we'll see what happens.
Someone who's definitely looking for what is going on is Octavia. Hey, PB,
Hi,
how
I'm
are you? Where
PB
can we
from
find you?
PB Plays Inside, where you can find me over on Twitch and Blue Sky. I've got some fun things coming up in the month of October, but you can find that all out over on the stream or in Blue Sky. I'm looking forward to doing some more stuff with Octavia, who finally found the capital H heresy, and she's very excited about it. But that is me.
And finally, let's head over to Prax. How you doing, friend? And what do you think Diney's thinking of all of this?
It'll be great. I'm sure we're all going to die horribly. It'll be fine. She's been convinced we're all going to die horribly. However, she is also convinced that we are holy as fuck right now because Sanguinius gave us a miracle. So, we'll see what happens. But again, hey everybody, I'm your friendly neighborhood Prax. I apologize for all of the technical issues. That's why we're kind of going through outros really quickly to make sure that we can do this still before we crash again because but we'll probably be back here tomorrow for plot avoidance as we continue our DLC plot avoidance. And then on Sunday, definitely back here for more of this shenaniganry. And we're totally going to survive. Maybe. No. Who knows? If we survive the transhumans, we're definitely dying to the Inquisition.
100%.
Like, if we do, there's no way out of this. Although we could also die to this butcher. Like, one of those things is going to happen in this order. You know, whatever. But, thank you all for being here. Thank you again for your patience, because I apologize about how chaotic tonight has been. When we post the VOD on YouTube will be all complete, and you won't have this problem. Because there is a local area recording, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be a bit better. And I just missed a raid from someone. Oh, Cybernation Uncensored. Raided
Cybernation Uncensored. Hey guys.
Hey guys,
we're just
sorry.
wrapping up.
Hey.
We're just wrapping up, but that's okay. You can come with us.
Hey-oo.
As we raid over to roleplay, whatever they're calling it, roleplay and reflect.
Roleplay, reflect.
Over
on a triple stream. It's iShelf Collective, Trooper SJP, and Wandering DM.
Yep, and we're gonna go start raiding into them now as they're playing some Expanse and having lots of fun in a slightly darker future. Less dark than ours. But we'll be back. Keep you posted. Check out the VOD, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Hey-oo.